In a world of endless noise, one sound cuts through. GC Radio Hub. Your world, your sound. Imagine your favorite voices following you everywhere. From your smartphone to your car, your smart TV, even your virtual assistant. GC Radio Hub connects you to a universe of content. Check out our wonderful interviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, live music shows and podcasts. All at your fingertips. Android TV, Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick TV. We're there wherever you are, because the only way to stay connected is to get connected. Download the GC Radio Hub app today and let your world come alive.
Hey everybody, how you doing out there? It's your favorite cousin Chief over here at GC Radio. That's right, your favorite cousin at GC Radio, and I have a treat for you today. I have the one and only legendary Speedy in the building. Some of you guys may know him from his concerts, stand-up comedy. Some of you guys know him from seeing on TV on the Jamie Foxx show. I know him from being my buddy and my dog, So with no further ado, give a round of applause for my buddy Speedy's in the building.
What it do, man? What it do, man? Jamie Foxx show.
Well, I mean, come on, baby. You was on there doing your thing, man.
Yeah,
You've done more than that. You've done more than that. So do me a favor, Speedy. I like to do this. Let people know where you from, man. Where you from?
Born and raised in Los Angeles, man. One of the few comics now it's a lot of comedians, from LA, claim LA. But yeah, born and raised in Los Angeles. Been doing this comedy thing for a minute. Me and Fox go back 36 years now. Like we were talking about it today because we're performing here. He's shooting his Hulu special in Oakland, and so we're at the I forgot the name of the theater that he's
Simmons.
Yes, so we're there, which is where when we both are in the finals for the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition, 1991. And so I know I'm gonna win. Fox was funny, because me and Fox, we've been boys since then, like 90, late 90s. So we hear about the competition. I drive up. So he's with me the whole time, because he didn't have a car. So I drive up here for all the dates. So I know I'm gonna win. But he's funny. Fox was funny as hell. But so when we get to the finals, and I forgot who the rest of the people were, but when you pull straws and I get last, I go, so I'm going last. It's over. I know I'm gonna win. I have nothing to worry about. So I used to do this bit where I would say, hey, you guys, remember them old songs and the old dances that went with the song? So it's the finals. I know I'm finna win because I think Fox went second, maybe third. So I'm like, it's over. So I do my whole act. So I get to that part and I said, DJ, and I cue the DJ to drop it. Silence fell over the land. And I'm sitting there like, oh, come on, man. Hey, DJ, go ahead and drop that. Crazy. Okay. DJ, and nothing drops. And I find out later on that I guess apparently this how long ago it was. The tape I had messed up, but we'll think we'll get into that maybe another day. But anyway, so when it doesn't cue it in silence, and then I just go, hey man, thank y'all, good night. So they're doing the tally, whatever, and they go, the winner. And they do the three runner, and they do in third place. I forgot who it was. In second place, comedian Speedy. I was like, come on, man. And Fox won. and he been on the roll ever since. Oscar, all that other stuff. But we've been best friends 36 years running. Like it's not like been a time that we wasn't cool. So we're back here on this stage. Now I came back in 93 and won. Let's make sure we got that clear. I did come back and win. So we're here, there. And so we're both on stage. I think it was yesterday. We're on stage and we're both going, man, this is where it all started for both of us, really, in a sense, because you had to do the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition to at least get your name out there. And they had a lot of comedy clubs, guys who were running comedy clubs across the country who would come in and judge.
Recruit.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you got them judging and you doing your thing, you're gonna be able to get booked. So the main thing was at least get to the finals. You had to at least get to the finals. But in 93, I went back and I won it all. So I was like, okay, I redeemed myself in that sense. But yeah, we never stopped being boys, and we've been, man, every tour I've done, I hosted every single tour he's ever done. Anything that he does on the road to with comedy, I'm there. So and I'm about to shoot my special, so we're gonna get that shot within this year and have that come out. But hey, man, it's been a nice role. I'm not mad at it.
Man, so tell me what's life like growing up in LA, man, and when did you realize that you wanted to get in entertainment, be a comedian?
I'll do it this way. So, in life, man, you get out of high school, you don't know what you're gonna do. You have some ideas. If you were good at really in basketball, I think I played basketball cool, but I know I wasn't going to the league. So I'm at the park. I'm killing. I'm setting people on fire at the park. But outside of that, still trying to figure out what I want to do. I never forget. So a friend of mine had he had a hair salon. He's meeting all these beautiful women. I said, dude, what do you mean these ways? Why? I do hair. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go do hair. So I go to beauty college. So I'm in there, I got my little loan to pay for school. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm thinking, in about 4 weeks, I got me a hair salon and it's going down. But it didn't happen like that. So I'm about 8 weeks in. So I asked the lady, I said, well, how much longer I got to go? She said, well, you can come here part-time. So you got like 2 more years. I said, bitch, I'm out. So I leave that and I have all kind of jobs I'm doing. Bruh, I taught people how to swim at a YMCA, but I didn't know how to swim at the time. I can swim now.
Wait a minute. How you teach somebody to swim and you can't swim?
Because they didn't ask you to go swimming. They just said, "Can you?" I said, "Yeah." So I'm watching the other people telling the kid I said. Do your feet, and I'm looking at the other people. Yeah, now I'm gonna let you go. Oh, I bring you back up. But I didn't. I just needed the money, man. So that was me. And then the last thing I did before becoming what I would call stand up all the time was a limo driver. So I would limo drive celebrities. So I drove Don Cornelius' son around. Remember the girl from She Gotta Have It?
Yeah.
I drove her. Man, I lost my mind when I had her in my car. I was like, what? I said, and we talked and she was mad cool. So I was able to kind of meet people. So the comedy thing, we in LA, a lot of people may or may not know, we used to have street races back in the day. So you get your car fixed up, you go to the street races, and then you would just bag. Niggas would bag all night long. You just bagging on each other. And I could do mama jokes. I was great at mama jokes. But I didn't think I could do no stand-up. I never even thought about it. So again, still trying to figure out what I want to do in life. And I used to take women out and I go to the comedy. I would go to so this was the night for me. I take a young lady out, we go out to dinner, and we go to the comedy store. Because I like watching comedy. I would listen to Richard Pryor, all those albums, Red Fox, all those all day. And I'm at the comedy store. I'll never forget this. And this guy comes on stage. And they go, come to the stage. Whoever this dude was, and give us credits. He got a movie coming out. He's doing this. He's doing that. And I'm like, I'm sitting in the audience. His motherfucker was not funny at all. I'm like, dude, I could do that. At least I'm a Virgo, so we think we could do it all. So I'm like, whatever. So I said, I'm gonna become a comedian. So I don't know how to write a joke. I don't know what you do to do a joke. I just figured, hey man, I'm just gonna figure it out. So I never forget. I told my buddy I'm a comedian. He said, all right, come do the show. TK Kirkland. TK Kirkland had a room in near Long Beach, and there was a club called Miss Wiz Comedy Club. And TK Kirkland said, hey man, you ain't funny, you can't come back. I said, okay, cool. And he said, you ain't gonna get paid. I was like, all right, whatever. So I go on stage. So I had this joke, my first joke. So they remember, I don't know, how old are you?
55.
Okay, you remember this. So remember when V8 had a commercial and it said, and the guy goes, he's drinking some other drink, and he goes, dang, I could have had a V8, right? So my first joke was say, you ever go in the mall with your girl and you see another girl look better than your girl? You go, damn, I could have had a V8. And silence fell over the land. And nobody laughed. And I went, Who is crazy? I want to thank y'all for coming out. I've been Speedy. May God bless you. And I got off stage. And TK was like, dude, what happened? I said, they didn't laugh. He said, dude, keep going. I said, oh, I ain't know. I told the joke and it didn't work. I thought that's when you get off. Because I didn't want to be the comic to tell the joke and be like, it's crazy. Who got kids? You got kids? Cool. Clap your hands. You breathing? Make some noise. All right, breathing in. I didn't want to be that dude. But I came back, man, and I found out that I think everybody's is given a gift. And sometimes you know it right off the bat, like a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. They knew who they were going to be right off the bat. And I think sometimes in life we don't know, and you figure it out. Next thing you know, you find out what you're really, really good at. And for me, that was probably the only time I didn't make someone laugh, was that first time on stage. Since then, I've been blessed to tell these jokes and people laugh. And they may hear the joke 3 or 4 times or say, I heard you do that somewhere else, but again, you add this little twist to it. And I just go, hey, man, I'm just trying to make people laugh. And that's what it was. I know it's a God-given gift, so I don't sit here and go, I sat and became a comedian. No, I just found out that's what I can. It was easy to make people laugh. It's still easy to make people laugh and just be funny. When I had my radio show, it was Speedy and Friends. We never, like, I didn't have no list of what the person wanted to talk about. I said, just come do my show and we'll have some fun. And then come on. I don't know. No, I don't want to know your background. I never wanted to know anything. Because we would just go. And I had a few friends that I know were off the cuff comics like myself, and we could take anything and make it funny. So we ask them about something about their life, and we find out. Next thing you know, it become a runner, and we just running with this joke, and we got people they can't believe. And I would be on air for 4 hours, but I didn't. Wow. It didn't feel like 4 hours. It felt like maybe we had been on the air maybe 45 minutes because we was laughing the whole time. And usually the guests would come on and go, man, I can't stay long, Speed. I was like, oh, that's cool. Next thing I know, it's 4 hours later, like, bro, I've been here 4 hours. Yeah, you've been here 4 hours, bro. Because we were laughing so much, man. So I'm going to get back to doing my radio show. I haven't done it in a minute. But I'm regrouping. But hey, man, this comedy thing has been a blessing. I must say, I've been able to go pretty much every city in the country. I've done the Apollo. I played at Madison Square Garden, which most comics can't say they did that. Fox did the Blame It tour, and we sold that place out. And I've met some of the dopest people in the world just doing stand up, man. And I probably wouldn't change. Even though I'm not on the level of Jamie Foxx, but he's still my friend. He could have shook me. A long time ago.
Go on, Speedy, man. You're a force to reckon with, man. And I love. I mean, growing up in the Bay, you, Dugard, Cat Williams, a lot of us that back in the day, man, we doing our things. And me, man, I used to be a promoter. I went from a promoter to a radio station owner. Now I'm a radio personality, dude. And it's crazy because this year I won matter of fact, I got it right here. I won the radio personality year award at Morgan Freeman's Club down there at Ground Zero.
Wow.
For those that don't know. Hold on, let me turn the background off. And then we won radio station of the year also. Mm-hmm. So hard work, man. It wasn't easy, but we got it done. That's that award for Cousin Chief, and then GC Radio is a network, not internet, but radio station of the year also. And we just won the North American Music Awards.
All your paperwork there. Damn, hold on.
Oh yeah, man. I got to put it up on the walls and stuff, man. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But it's hard work. Everybody like it's easy. And I explain to people that radio and comedy is like hand in hand. When you podcast and TV, you got breaks, you edit, you got props. When you radio and your comic, man, is you up there and you gotta like paint a picture for the blind man. You gotta keep them interested or they're gonna walk on you. Just like they'll walk out your show, that changed the dial on me. They ain't even got to get out their seat.
No, people would tell me before they even came on my show, well, how you doing that long? The attention span people. I said, dude, I don't know. All I know is that the people get on there, and most of the time they're at their job. They got the earbuds in, they're sitting at the cubicle, and they're listening to the show. and they would hit us and go, "Hey man, your show got me through the day. Your show, my aunt died, and I had to listen to your show, and it got me through the week." And I always tell people, especially so now that radio, now you can call it podcast. Remember, you couldn't even call your radio show a podcast because everything was old, and she
Right.
was podcast. You can't call it. So when the Grammys, or no, I'm sorry, the Emmys put the podcast and gave away an award for it this year, right? This year. Ever since then, everybody's calling it what? A podcast.
Yes.
Now they got recognized as a podcast, so everybody's doing podcast, which is kind of funny as hell. But I just tell people, man, when you're doing something you love, it don't feel like you're working. It just feel like you're breathing. You know what I mean? Like you doing the radio show, even though you people go, okay, I achieved these awards, but even if you never got the awards, you still would be on air. You would be, because it's just so it's in you, and you know what you're doing, and you having a ball. And I love doing it.
But you know, it's truth to what you're saying. Like I got a degree in marketing and a minor in finance and management, and I love behind the scenes. You remember when we used to book you guys? I never got on stage like Russell at the end of the show. I stayed away from that. I paid y'all your money, make sure y'all take care of, and we talked on the side. I never like to be up front. But lately, man, it's just that, my relationships, I guess, my personality is genuine, and that attracts to people. It got me, once I started showing our DJs and getting personality how to do this, it just naturally became therapy for me, and I love it. And it got me from my show to several other shows. Like I'm on Jay Kings in the morning, and like Michael Collier, I'm the janitor on his show now. So funny. It's open opportunities. So I'm the janitor on Michael Collier's show, morning show now. So it's open to other opportunities. You never know where to take you. You just got to do something you love and love like you do it, and the opportunities will come. Don't worry about the money. Just worry about you comfortable with what you're doing and you loving it, and it will come.
Yeah, once you perfect the craft, and I tell like these young comics, I say, what's that saying when they go, you got to put 1,000 hours in? You got to put 1,000 in. It ain't gonna happen when you put 200. It ain't gonna happen if you go to the club every year. I say, when you starting off, you should be in the club just chilling every day. You should go first, last, middle, don't matter. The object is to get on that stage, tell the joke, see what works, see what don't work, and then you figure it out. And that's life. That's life in general, man. And I just tell people, hey, just stay focused to your dream. Some of us know what we're gonna do. Some of us have a gift, and you gotta brush it off and find out what it is. And next thing you know, you go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be working drive-through at Taco Bell. This is what I'm supposed to do.
That is so true.
Everybody ain't built for this comedy thing. And I tell these other comics, don't just do comedy. Like I was blessed. So I'll give you the story. So they're looking for people for In Living Color, right?
Right.
So they come into Comedy Club, and I performed in front of Keenan. A bunch of us did. And they narrowed it down to like 10 of us. And I was one of the 10. Fox was one of the 10. Lester Berry was one of the 10s. D.L. Hughley. Trying to think whoever. And so we all the last 10 to make it. So you go, now you're going to perform, and afterwards Keenan's gonna let you know if you made it, right? So I think we're at some location, and I go up, I think I did well, and then I go in the back, and Keenan was like, hey man, you didn't get it, but do you want to do warm-up? I ain't never did warm-up, but I wasn't gonna say I didn't know how to. And I was like, I can learn. He was like, okay, then you want to do warm-up? I'm like, yeah. So I do. So Fox gets the gig for In Living Color, and then I get the gig to do the warm-up. So from the moment Fox got on In Living Color until it was over, I did the warm-up on In Living Color. And I again didn't know nothing about it. I'm learning on the fly, and then I've done at least, I would say, about 75 TV shows as a warm-up. And I got voted in, I think it was 98 or 99, the top warm-up comic. And I was telling comedians, but the thing about being warm-up, I didn't get a chance to go on the road and do the clubs.
Right.
Because I was making that money at home. And so which was good now that I look back at it, because I wanted to do clubs, but the warm-up was better because I was making change, but I had to stay here to do it. But I did Jamie Foxx show, In Living Color, In the House, Moesha, Brandy. Oh shucks, man. What is it? Married with Children. So, got to tell you the story. They called me. They said, "Yo, they want you to do Married with Children." I'm like, "All right, cool. It's a white show. I'm finna kill this." So that show, I don't know if you guys know, that show had some of the best actors. They never missed the line. So when you're doing a show, sometimes somebody mess up a line, you got to do it all over again. Like I did Living Single, mostly all the black shows that sometimes I went and did the warm up. So I'm doing this show and they are killing it. They not messing up those lines. They going to the next scene. I'm like, man, they kill. But what I didn't know, so I would always like, so give, hey, let's give it up whoever, the stars are on the floor. So I didn't know that the dad at the time hated being on that show, but they gave him so much money, he just said, fuck it, I'll just keep doing it. But he hated being on the show. He just thought it was beneath him. But, he was making a boatload of money. So I go, hey, give it up. And I forgot my man's name. I said, give it up for him. He turns around, he looks at me, and he leaves the stage. I'm like, oh, shit, what the fuck happened? And then, our audience was giving him claps and everything. So this lady comes up, she goes, he doesn't want you to acknowledge that he's here. And I went, bitch, he's right there. I'm not, because that's what I would do on every show. And him and Charles Dutton from Rock. So I did that show when Jamie was on it, and then when he left, I still kept doing it. He didn't want that either. So I didn't know that about Charles Dutton. So again, I don't know. I don't never ask. I just go, hey, give it up for Charles Dutton. And he looked at me like he had just got out of jail, because he was in jail. He had looked at me like I took his food off his plate. Man. And I said, excuse me. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's give it up for Rock. And I give it up for the rest of the people, right? And sure enough, somebody comes up there. They go, I'm Speedy. Charles doesn't want you to introduce, because he didn't like comedians. He thought comedians and rappers should not be doing acting, because he's thespian, and he ain't been to prison, so he have a different mindset about the arts. So he didn't like rappers, he didn't like comedians. And at the time, Jamie, this is when Jamie was on the show. I don't know if you remember when he was on Rock. He played like he worked at the so Rock was a for those who don't
garbage
know,
man.
No. He started off as a trash man. So let me tell you.
Yeah, the garbage man.
He was the garbage man, and the audience and black people were upset that he was a garbage man. So every show I'd have to explain to them, because people don't know. And this is set in DC. Them garbage men in DC made good money. They was making about $100,000 a year easily. But it came off to, and we're in Hollywood, so how it comes in. It's just black people were weird. So they were complaining that, why is he a trash man? So if you ever watch the show, he stopped. Because remember, he would come home with trash. Hey, look here. I forgot there was the wife. He would go, look what I got for you. But in theory, it shouldn't have been nothing wrong with that. I mean, they complained. They wrote in. The audience said, I just don't understand why the black man got to be a trash can. I kept going, black trash can people make a gang of money. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Great money.
Man, they was tripping about it. So fast forward, I just said, hey, man, I'm not going to introduce that dude. I'm just going to introduce the rest of the cast if they come out on the floor. Now, I still had to introduce him at the end of the show. You bring out all the cast members. And I just wouldn't say anything about Charles Dutton. Everybody else would want, and they would sign so I would give away the scripts to the audience members, so that way they'll be involved with the show. And I remember LL Cool J, man, I did his show for all 5 years.
Wow.
Cool dude, but an asshole.
I was waiting on that part.
Man, he was an asshole, man. He was LL Cool J, and he carried himself like that the whole time. On set, off set, it don't matter. He was just like, I'm LL, and I'm from New York, and it's LA. And he had that mentality. So I really didn't connect with the dude. Everybody else I knew. And him, I would just be like, hey, even if he saw me now, he probably have to look at me for a minute and go, oh, yeah, you did the warm-up. And he probably keep walking. That's why when him and Fox got into it, I said, Fox, I could have told you that, bro. I don't know. You ever heard that story?
I heard a little bit about it, man.
All right,
A
so I'm
little
gonna give
bit
you the
about
real.
it.
This is exclusive. This is exclusive.
Okay.
So him and Fox were going at it the whole time. I'm back here in LA because I'm working. I can't go because normally I would go on the sets, chill with him on whatever movie it is, and so I hadn't went to go chill for Any Given Sunday. So I'm telling myself I gotta go. And Fox said, "Man, you gotta come down." I said, "I'm coming." He said, "Man, LL's tripping." I said, "He's tripping. What's happening?" He said, "Man," and I told him, he an asshole, man. He's like, "I know, man." So anyway, so they going at it and they bagging. They a lot of people don't know this is how the buildup happened with him and they fell out. So they bagging on each other. And Fox got jokes, nigga, and Fox is killing him. So L says, "Hey, nigga, let's race." And now I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Most of the people, the actors besides Fox, that was on that movie, besides the real football players, never played no sports. L never played no sports. He from New York. He didn't play sports. He didn't play football, none of that.
Right.
So he tell Fox, "I can outrun you." Fox said, "Man, go on with that shit, man. You ain't finna outrun me. Come on, yeah, what you want to bet? We can bet whatever you want to bet." So they race. Fox kills it, and he's clowning. He's all the football players going crazy, and so when Fox comes back, he goes on set. When he comes back, all the wheels were missing. He had a Mercedes. He calls me. Hey, I said, "What happened, dog?" He said, "What's up, Speedy?" I said, "Nick." He said, "Nick, I think it's L. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. He had some dudes come down from New York and they took the wheels off his car, off his Mercedes, and it was sitting on crates at the hotel." So I'm
That's
like,
cold.
"Oh, bro." He said, "Man." So a couple weeks go by, I get another call, but Fox is in the hospital from when L swung on him. So I get to that to say.
Right.
But when he calls me, he go, "Hey, man, go hold up." So and I see his Fox, but I'm like, "Who the fuck is it?" If Ock, nigga, Ock. And because L hits him and he bites down on his tongue so he can't talk.
Right.
He goes, "Speedy, you got to get out here." He's talking. I said, "All right, I'm on my way out there." So I get out. I said, "Nigga, what happened?" He said, "Man." And so in the scene, remember they're in the shower and
Right.
LL and Fox and the characters get into the fight.
Right.
Okay,
Remember
so
when the Benny over not giving the ball enough?
yes. So they had
Right.
to come back and shoot that scene after he got to the hospital, which took, I think he was in the hospital like about a month and a half, something like that. So, production went down. They had to shoot around Fox and shoot the other stuff. But so I said, "What happened?" He said, "Nigga." So again, they had been bagging still. And Fox kind of knew he may have had something to do with his wheels coming missing off his Mercedes. And he turns in the scene when they fight, but he hits him with the helmet and he bites his tongue. And he almost bit through his tongue. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. Exclusive. And so, but him and L kind of worked it out. So did you hear the story about when we go see Prince?
I didn't hear that one.
So we're doing, I think it's the Blame It tour, and we're in Minneapolis. And just like in the movie, we get done, and these two dudes are walking toward us. We're in the back chilling. The show just got over, and these two big motherfuckers is like, "The kid would like for you to come meet him." And Fox like, "Who the fuck is the kid?" I said, "Fox, that's Prince." He goes, "All right, well, all right, yeah, we'll," and it's already 2 a.m. It's about 1:30. So I was like, "Are we going to Prince's house?" We going to Prince's house. I said, "You want to go Speed?" I'm like, "Nigga, what?" Because I'm a Prince fan. So we go. So we go to the big white mansion. We get there, and Prince used to have these a thing on every Friday at his house in the warehouse. So you come and dance, but he didn't serve liquor because he was a Jehovah's Witness. So you had to drink like Kool-Aid and punch and shit like that. So wasn't nobody drunk. So we get there. Now I'm walking around Prince's house. And I'm going, man, ain't nobody gonna believe I've been in Prince's house. So he had remember the little symbols with his name that was supposed to be his name, but it was a sign or something, a symbol.
Right. The artist.
A whole bunch of those. Yeah, he had a whole bunch of those. He had a whole made in clay, and he sent them like they were all over his house. So they was all around the candles. So I'm like, "Oh, nigga, I'm taking all of these." So I take them all, put them in my pocket. So I got them all in my pocket. So I'm walking around and they go, "Well, Prince wants you guys to come down here to where everybody's dancing at." And Fox, we go downstairs and we're waiting on Prince, and he had a racquetball court. So we were waiting by his racquetball court. And Prince comes down, and when Fox tells the joke, what he said, he looked like he had an ice skating outfit on, he did. It's 3 in the morning. He got the ice skating outfit on. It's flowing. His hair was flowing. He had the little witchy poo boots on. And so he comes and he's standing there. He's like, he's telling Fox, I want to talk to you about something. And so I'm looking at him and I'm staring like really hard because I'm like, that's fucking Prince. And this motherfucker look like a fawn. And I'm looking at him, and one of the bodyguards tapped me on the shoulder and said, man, you can't stare at him. I said, but he's right there. How am I not? So I kept staring at him, and my man said, dude, you're going to have to leave. I said, well, what do you want me to do? He's right here. So him and Fox go into the racquetball court, and they're talking. I guess they talking. Come to find out, they were talking about the LL thing. He thought that him and LL should make up. He's like, well, it ain't me. So remember now, I have all those things in my pocket, right? So Prince comes out. He whispers something to one of the bodyguards. So the bodyguard leaves. He comes back down with a box full of shit. He got hats and Prince shirts and albums and shit. So now I'm feeling like, Speed. Damn. So they giving us all this stuff. So I reach in my pocket and I sneak and go put all the things back where I got them. I kept one because I felt bad because they gave us all this stuff. And I'm like, oh man, but I'm telling you, bro, you could not stop looking at this dude because he didn't look real. It was like, it's no way somebody he had the little mole on his cheek. He must have did his makeup before he came downstairs. It's 3 in the morning. He's whipped. And I'm telling you, it was an ice skating outfit. It was totally an ice skating outfit. But it was like just that stuff, hanging with Fox. I never would have met Prince. But I had to Prince, man.
I didn't get to hang with Jamie, but I was at one of the clubs. I was at a party he was at, and he told a joke about it. Remember the joke he told about when Mike Tyson cornered him at a party?
Yeah, that was real.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell you how real it was. It was at Mike Tyson's mansion, south of the airport in Vegas, because I went with our buddy Pierre. Remember Pierre?
Yes.
So Pierre got me in because Pierre said, Chief, I got you. I said, I got 4 people. He said, do you want to go in or you want to stay with your boys? I got you. I said, man, I'll be back. I said, what? Well, I'm going to get home. He said, catch a cab, nigga. I'm going to get you in. So when we get there, Redman is outside. What's my man name? Eric Rakim's outside. Method Man outside. They even got the guy in the Redman character walking around that hot ass little thing. Carcanai is there. Pierre gets me in. And then Mike Tyson got women, he had the Scarface stairs, on both sides. And women just lined up signing waivers just to go to the VIP areas. They got to sign a waiver so they can't sue him.
With the big statue in the back, right?
Yeah, in the golf course, right by the airport. Yeah. So we in there, and then I see Jamie, and I'm like, well, I had my photographer, he got in some kind of way. I'm like, I'm going to see my photographer, get me get a picture with Jamie. So every time I try to get close to Jamie, Mike and his bodyguards are cut in front of me, and Jamie go this way. I mean, I could never get a photo. So I was at that party, man. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I bet I was at Mike Tyson's house. So I'm gonna tell you, live, dude. It's rich people is totally different. We get to Mike Tyson's house, and you remember he has those pillars. So upstairs you see lions. Remember the lions? They were like the pillars to hold up the wall or wherever the fuck it was. And they was like, so we get to Mike's house, and he's like, Speed, we're gonna go to Mike Tyson, but be cool, don't be kikiing, don't be making no jokes. So I said, nigga, I ain't gonna make no jokes. He said, Speedy. I said, okay, nigga, I ain't gonna make no jokes. So we're walking around. I'm like, God, this house is all 10. We go in the backyard, and he has, so for those who don't know, he have this big statue of Muhammad, I think, kneeling in water. And he would kneel and pray to it.
It was praise.
Yeah, so he had a 24-hour cook, which I thought was crazy as hell. That's the nigga that lived there. The nigga lived there that cooked, nigga. Where you live? In the kitchen. This is where I live. And he cooked 24 hours. So we get, because we had just did Vegas, so we go there, and we go to his house in Vegas, and we're like, dude, you got a 24-hour cook? Fox didn't have one of those. He was like, yeah, it cooks for me every time. And again, he came out of nowhere. Like when he came to meet us, he must have had like a secret wall, Because I turned one way, I looked back, Mike Tyson right there. How you doing? I was like, oh shit. Hey, Mike, where the fuck did you come from? And then he disappeared just like that. The same way. It was the house he had in Vegas. That's where it was.
Right.
Man,
I tell people this story, but like only the people that really been inside the house can understand when you start talking about, man, it's like Scarface. You're like, huh? No, I'm serious. I mean, you had to be there. I was now. If it wasn't for Pierre, I wouldn't have been in. No, thank God for Pierre.
I usually, especially with interviews like this, man, because Fox is just a real dude. And so when he did Django, so everybody remember the movie Django. So I get to go on set to watch Quentin Tarantino do his thing. And so you remember the scene when the horse and the Klansmen were coming over the hill, right? So I was there for that. I was there for that when they shot that scene, which they shot in LA, but it was some canyon somewhere that they shot. And so I'm with Fox, and we're watching him shoot that scene of the Klansmen coming over, right? And that's when they're coming down the hill, and they about to go kill. They think they're in that whatever that wagon was, and they're gonna kill him, right? So they're coming down, and they shoot it about 6 or 7 times different ways. And me and Fox are watching, and he went, Speedy, he said, think about this. He said, remember in during slavery, if you just saw them motherfuckers come over that hill, that was your last day on this earth. And I'm sitting there watching, we like, oh, and it like we all go, nigga, I wish a motherfucker would during slavery. No, you got to get with that whip and did everything they told you to do. And just to see that, and when you think about it like that, when you were seeing them white motherfuckers with the sheets on, coming to where you at, that was the last time you was on that earth. And it makes me think, bro. It was crazy, man.
Thanks. Man, I'm enjoying this, man. But I got a couple of questions. So one of my guys named Aaron Turner, he's out there in the Bay, and he says he's going to see the show. He wants to know, what was it like the first time you was in a movie, and what movie you were in?
Whoa. So I've done TV shows. I haven't had that. I did. So I have a movie called Out on Parole. Okay. So I wrote a movie, and this is during the time when everybody was trying to do straight to DVD movies. They let y'all know how old this shit is. So this is back then. So I wrote this movie, and I met this white dude, and he's like, "Oh man, cool." So I think I wrote a good movie, but at the time I'm still touring with Fox. So I told the guy. So he said, "I'm gonna hire a director." I said, "Cool. When you let me know when you hire, I'm gonna talk to him. We talk. We have a good meeting." And dude said, "Okay, I'm gonna start casting." I said, "Well, hey, I'm gonna be out of town, but I'm gonna come back for the casting if that's cool." He's like, "Yeah, come back. I'm in the movie. I'm executive producer. Boom, I'm coming back to watch the movie." So I got my script with me. I'm coming back. I'm doing shows. So I come back to LA, and the dude from Chicago. So I said I want to be there to read with the actors. He's like, all right, so I want to get the whole experience. So I get back, got my script, and just to say the script says, so the actor comes in and says, "You Speedy, you ready?" I said, "Yeah, I'm ready." So it's me, it's the producer, the white dude producer who gave the money, it's the director who I hadn't met yet, but I kind of met him that day, but I didn't know anything else, and a couple other people. So I doing my thing because I'm the dude. They're gonna introduce me. This is Speedy. He wrote it. He's in it. You guys ready? Yeah, nigga, come on, let's go. So I said, go ahead and read and action. I do the action thing, and the dude start reading. And so whatever he reading, it ain't on my paper, on my script, and I got the script that I wrote. So I'm like, right. I said, hold up a second. What page you on, my man? He said 4. I said, I'm on 4, but that's not what on mine. Let me see the script. So I can look at the script. I said, yeah, this, Out on Parole. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you said you're on 4, right? He's like, yeah. I said, let's do it again. Start from the top and action. He reads the script, and it's totally different. Totally different. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I said, cut. I'm yelling, cut. The director right there. I'm like, cut. What's going on? I said, my man, give me a second. Hey, guys. And I'm asking what's going on. So the producer dude, the white boy that gave the money was like, well, Speedy, because we hired the director, he gets to change the script. I said, whoa, what the fuck you talking about? Change the script. No. Ain't nobody changing my script. Yeah, it's kind of, and he, brother, he was like, all cocky. He was like, it was in my contract, brother. So I'm like, I didn't write this shit, and the shit ain't funny. He said, well, it is what it is. So now I'm getting upset. So I walk out, and I'll never forget, it was a black lady, was script supervisor. So she's the one that lets you know, if you're doing the correct lines on when you're on set. And she comes to me and she goes, look, brother, this may not be your script, but look at all these black people and that you hiring that's gonna be working on your movie that because of you. And I said, anyway, bitch. All right, fuck it. So I let it go. In my mind, I said, I'm letting it go, right? So I let it go.
Right.
Bro, we get on set. Again, I didn't know he changed, like he really changed my script. It was me, Tony Roberts, the remember the young black girl that was on LL Cool J show?
Yeah.
She was on it. And so we're on set, and I had a scene, and I said the mom had a fetish. He changed it to had it where she had a foot fetish. And I don't know none of this stuff. I'm learning as we go when we get on set. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, man. We get on set, and the mom don't have no arms. I said, what? I said, cut. I come in the room. I said, hey, cut. And remember now, I'm not directing here. So he's getting more upset every time. I said, nigga, cut. He's like, what's up? I said, why does she not have no arms? Why does his mom don't have, well, she has a foot fetish. A foot fetish? Because she was picking up the cigarettes with her feet.
Yeah.
And I said this on set. I said, motherfucker, that's not a foot fetish. That means she don't have no arms. It don't. So again, here come the white boy. Come on, Speedy, I need you to work with me on this. He's the director. You gotta let it. I said, oh fuck. So the one that broke, I still did the movie, but this one broke the straw. So one of the scenes, we're supposed to be in LA at a liquor store, and somebody's gonna hold up the liquor. So me and Tony Roberts are in the liquor store, and I had told them, I said, hey man, I got a guy to play the bad guy to come in and rob the liquor store. I was gonna have, remember Bear from what's going?
Yeah,
cornbread.
That's my boy, man. I miss Bear, man. He was a hell of a dude.
So I told him, man, can you play this character? He's like, yeah. So I give them his number. I said, this the guy. I tell the dude from Chicago, this the dude. Tell the director, hey man, I'm be your friend, but here's the guy to play the character. He's like, oh cool, I might got somebody. I said, no, please just use this guy. He's like, okay, cool. He never calls Bear. So I don't know who's playing the character. All I know, they told, again, they're going, come on, man, just go along with it, whatever. So me and Tony Roberts are in the store, and we don't know who's going to come through the door. We're in, the store is in LA. It's in the bad part of LA. Just remember that part. Right. The white boy come walking in. Dude, put your hands on the air. I said, cut. Director mad. Yo, Speedy, you can't keep doing that, man. No, we not. There's no fucking way a white dude's gonna come into LA, the bad part of LA, and rob the liquor store. Because this was his friend, that's why he hired him. So I'm going off. I said, I'm not taking this shit no more. I told you who to pick, and I'm going at it. Even though, remember I told you about the lady was like, come on, just be a team player. And she's like, yeah. Can you? I said, bitch, give me a minute. Get the fuck out of my face. I said, look, man, why would a white dude come to the LA to rob a liquor store? And it was a frail little white dude. And he had little, and I said, so me and Tony like, Speed, what you want to do? I said, hey, man. So then it just became, so then the white boy really put his foot on the scale. He said, look here, man, if you don't follow how he did it, we just not going to do the movie. And then I had that little lady head in my voice going, come on, make sure we all work. So I tell that story to anybody listening. You do a script. Make sure that when you write that script and they tell you got all this power, that you have that power, because the director will come in and change everything. And you'll be like, that ain't what I wrote. Yeah, you got paid for your script, but it ain't your vision. And you just don't want to do something that ain't your vision. So if you get a chance, it's called Out on Parole. Me and Tony Roberts in it. I heard it's on one of them channels. I forgot what it's on.
So it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, and I think it's on Netflix too. But I know it's on YouTube.
I'm not getting no money from that, but I'm on there. It ain't the way I wrote it. It was supposed to be. So Out on Parole was supposed, because not that I've been in jail, maybe. But anyway, so it's about a guy who's out on parole, and this is his last day of being on parole, but he can't fuck up because of he got to stay home and wait for his parole officer to come and tell him that, you know, but the parole officer's taking his time, but all this other, it's a whole lot of things going on that's pulling him left and right. Yo, man, I need you to come over here. So this happened over here. So I have to leave the house, but I keep trying to figure out a way to hurry up and get back to the house. And that's what the movie was supposed to be about. And it turned into some bullshit. But shout out to Tony Roberts, because he was funny on it. We try to keep it funny, but.
And Tony Roberts is a funny guy, man. You hang around a bunch of. I mean, let me ask you this: how's it hard? I mean, how's it able to be funny when you're around so many funny people? I mean, Tony Roberts, Fox. You name some other comedians. I mean, all you guys are so talented, man. I mean, it's scale.
I started off learning how to. So in LA, we used to have the street races. So you had street races, and you would like, I had a Mercury Capri, had it lowered, 15-inch wheels on it, had a block punch stereo for the yes, people don't know about it. Anyway, had a block punch stereo. I had 300 EQBs, which was, at the time was the thing to make the sound better. And you had the 300 EQBs, and the little lights would do like this and flash. And the women get the car, be like, "Ooh, your car look, yeah, bitch, this motherfucker's nice." And I would ride up and down. You just ride up and down Crenshaw. And then you would pull over, and then all the cars will pull into the lot. Cars that's all souped up, not lowriders, but like BMWs. At that time, a 320i was like the shit. But you would lower it, 200 ZX, any Datsun ZX, and I had a Mercury Capri, so I had it all hooked up. So you would sit out there, and we would bag, and I could bag on the best of them. I had timing to do that, and I think from doing that to comedy was pretty much the same thing. So we bag. Even to this day, me and Fox, we go at it, the whole crew. There's nobody sensitive in the crew because anybody can get it. And if you get sensitive, then they keep going hard. They like, nigga, and then your mama, and then your sister, and look at you. And so from that, man, I just learned to just you got to be able to bag. And I took that to the stage. I'm not bagging on the audience, but I just, hey, man, I'm going to go for it. I could take any subject, we going to make it funny. So it just became easier to tell these jokes. I just figured that's my gift, and I think everybody has a gift, and you just don't know what it is. But when you find out and you do it, and it's not work, like when you're on the air, it ain't work. Right. It's just you been on the air doing that thing you do it, and somebody goes, "Oh, it's time to get off." You're like, shit, we gotta go.
You're right, man. It's a blessing to do something that you love and enjoy, man. It's definitely a blessing, but it's hard work to get it to that point. But it's a blessing, man.
Nobody sees all that part. They just know that you're on air. They don't know you probably had to sweep up one day.
You know what's funny, man? I was having a conversation with somebody one day, and I was on the air, and it was at the point where I had to give an announcement, and I like, hold on, brother, and then I put the radio voice on. Hey, you listen to GC Radio, favorite cousin Chief, KG106.1. There's like, do that tap dance again, Sambo. You just switched. I said, man, that's my job. Is what I do. Like, but you did it like, they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm back. Like, oh, okay. I don't know who I was listening to. But it come on autopilot, man. You do it so much, it comes autopilot. And like I said, when you love it, man, it's fun. So tell me this, man. Where are you guys touring to? How many dates you guys got with the tour you guys on?
So here's what it is. We did like 12 dates. We were in Brea, California for 3, Oxnard for 6. Then we went to Phoenix and did 3 shows there, and that was just to get him ready to go, get that stand-up muscle going, because he'd been acting, he hadn't did stand-up since I Need Security. So he said, and then even when he did, because I was one of the producers, I'm a producer on this one, and I was a producer on the last one. When he did, what had happened was he sprinkled a little bit, he had more comedy jokes in it. They cut it out. So Netflix cut it out because they felt like, and they had told Fox, we just wanted you to talk about what happened to you. And so they cut it into, so when you watch it and they go, what had happened was that people thought it was going to be stand-up, and he wasn't telling jokes. He was telling what happened to him. So he said, hey man, I got to get back out there and tell these jokes, because that's how he got into it. So I'll tell you how we met. So there was a comedy club in Hollywood, and they were giving away $100 for the best comedian that night. It was a Tuesday night. So I hear about it on the radio probably like Sunday. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm not telling nobody. Because I used to do all my comedy in LA. So this in Hollywood. So I said, I ain't telling no other comic. I'm gonna go get this little $100 and pay a couple bills here, put some gas in my car. So I get there and I don't recognize no one. I'm looking around like, that easy honey. Because I don't see no comics I know. Right. So sure enough, some people go up. I'm like, they ain't funny. They went up, they ain't funny. And they go, coming to the stage, Jamie Foxx. I'm thinking it was a girl. So Fox comes out. I'm like, all right, some nigga. And this nigga ripped that motherfucker up. And I mean, ripped it. People laughing. I'm looking around like, damn, this nigga funny. So I go up. I kill. So the guy comes out. So it's now time to give away the $100 to whoever the funniest comes. Great show tonight, guys. We had a great show. This is the first time this ever happened. I'm like, that don't sound good, but whatever. So I'm like, I'm thinking I'm gonna win it. And we have a tie. I said, no, we don't. No, we ain't got no tie, bro. I need that whole 100. In my mind, I'm going, no. He goes, we have a tie. Put your hands together for Jamie Foxx and Speedy. I'm like, hey. So we get the little bunny, and I didn't see him on the circuit because he was only doing clubs in Hollywood because he lived in San Diego, and he was coming out here on the weekends. Right. He's like, no, man. I'm a comedian. I'm trying to figure, what's going on. I said, hey, man, I know all the black comedy clubs. So where you at? He said, well, I'm in San Diego. He said, but I'm moving here next week. I said, all right, I got you. When you get here, and from that moment, it was 1990, well, 89, we stayed friends. Like, I took him everywhere. Like, he had to go here, he had to go there, and I would take him there. So that's how we got to where we are now. And it's 36 years later. And we still I knew when we didn't have no kids. I knew it now. Crazy, man. And I know, man, people meet people and you go, okay, yeah, some people I've known in high school. I still know them, we'll hang out, but we don't hang out like that. Yeah, I got to pay my bill. Anyway. Yeah. There you go. We good now. So it just, man, just knowing him and being in this business, a lot of stuff it would have took longer to get to, and meeting him made it a lot easier for me to get to where I'm at now. So I'm very happy, very blessed to be in this position. We still best friends. I tell you this. So we had to fight. I don't think you had no real friends till you have a fight with them, right?
That's true.
So I go, and Fox had this other house. So I go to this house, and we used to do this thing. If you're on the phone, we hang up. Just the thing we did. I see you on the phone, I hang the phone up. And then just let you know how long ago this was, because you can hang it up and this nigga is not in his hand. It's a phone.
Right.
So anyway, so I'm at his house and okay, so let me do this. So I don't really buy expensive jewelry things. That's not me. But this one time, because we did a tour, we did some things, and I went and bought a diamond earring. I think I paid $3,000 for it. And I never had done it before, and I haven't done it since. So I paid $3,000 for this earring. And I'm like, yeah, I got me. So I got my earring on. I'm at Fox's house, and he got on the phone. I hang it up. He said, motherfucker. And this is smart. I don't know he on the phone with his lawyers, and he's dealing with some shit. I didn't know that. So I hang the phone up. What the fuck wrong with you? I said, nigga, fuck wrong with you, nigga? Fuck you, nigga. We start fighting. Get the fuck out of my house. Nigga, fuck your house. I don't give a fuck about you and this motherfucker house. Fuck. Hiccup. I hit him with all the great ones, right? So I get out of my car and I reach up to my ear and my earring gone. I'm like, oh shit. And I paid $3,000. So I'm in my car. I said, fuck that. I'm going back get my earring. Ding dong. Ding dong. Who the fuck is it? It's crazy. Speedy, man. Fuck you on. I dropped my earring on your carpet, so I need to come in and look for it. Nigga opened the door and started laughing. I said, he's dying laughing. I'm on this floor like a crackhead looking for crack. And every time I see something, I go, that ain't it. That ain't it. And I never bought another one. We never had another fight like that ever since then. But when I tell you, I was standing at that door going, and I didn't want to ring the doorbell, but nigga, I paid $3,000. And I only had it for a week. I had the earring for 1 week.
Yeah, $3,000 was a lot of money back then. It's money now, but it was a lot more money back then.
Crazy. But no, we never had an argument since then. We clown, and it's been that way from day one, man.
Right on. Speedy, man, we got something we got going on at GC Radio, man. We got to do a youth explosion. For Juneteenth, we're going to try to get a lot of people like yourself and other celebrities come in and just to educate people and entertain them a little bit, man. We'd love to have you back, and also about your special, man.
Yeah, I'll come
Appreciate
back. Yeah, hey, look, I didn't get paid on this one. I probably ain't gonna get paid on that, but let's do it.
All right, do me a favor. Let people know your social media, where to follow you at, and also what the next date to the tour is. So if they can get lined up and get their tickets early, man. You know, we always got to wait till Friday or the 1st, so this way they get a head start.
Tell me about it. So we got a show tonight. We got a show tomorrow, and they're trying to put something together. You know, add something more to it. Right now, I think because he's still got to do Spawn. He got to do Mike Tyson's story. And he's got a couple other ideas. He got a movie called Niggas in Paris. He's trying to get Will Smith to do that with him. So he might just go back to the acting thing. I know he likes doing the dates, the comedy dates. So he might do some more dates. So go to Speedy is Funny. Speedy is Funny on everything. Just go there. And I post everything that we're doing. So we got some shows coming up. I'll put it on there. If I got a show coming up, we'll put it on there. My podcast, I can call it a podcast now, will be back. Speedy and Friends. So kind of look out for that. But you follow me on Speedy is Funny. That's Speedy IZ Funny on everything. And then, you know, just let me know you listen to the show. Man, I had a great time on here, man. I felt like I was on my radio show.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man.
I know they like, when you gonna get off? I'm tired.
No, man. They love the real. They love the inside track and everything, man. So you bring your show again, man. Man, we had to get it over here on GC Radio, man. Bring it home, man. We all fam. Bring it over to the network, bro.
Thank you, bro. Anytime you need me, I'm there. Let me know I'm there, man. I appreciate this.
So, people, I want to let y'all know this man has shared a lot, his life story, his personal relationship with Jamie Foxx. He explained the tour. He's got to let you guys know the insight, like on if you write a script, what to do, some of the stuff behind his scenes. He dropped a lot of jewels today. And I really appreciate you for letting us monopolize part of your day. You're in the Berry, the rub is good, the food is good, and you gave us some of your time. So I really thank you, brother. I really do.
Appreciate it, man. Anytime, man. For you, anytime. Anybody else, I'd have been like, hey, I can't be on your radio because they said I catch a disease or something. Right?
No, you ain't got the nasty bone disease or nothing like that. But my man is definitely in the building. Man, once again, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. You're a gentleman and scholar, and we got to have you back, man. Thank you again.
Right. Anytime, man.
Hey, for those out there tapped in, we hope we leave you better and receive with a smile on your face and grace wherever you go. Thank you guys for tuning in to YouTube, the GC Radio app. Cousin Chief GC Radio, my man Speedy, we love you. We out of here.
Man. We out.